Present.
Commissioner Wanazak?
Here.
And Commissioner Cheslock is excused, and I'm President Goldhahn. First item is approval of the minutes, approval of the agenda. So you received an agenda in your mail. Hope everyone had a chance to review that. Are there any changes or corrections to that? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Wanazak. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Boyle-Roloff. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We have approval of the agenda. And the next item is approval of the minutes. We have minutes from 3 different meetings contained in your packet. The regular meeting of September 3rd and special meeting September 30th and November 18th. So I'll ask if there were any changes or corrections to those. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve all 3 sets of minutes.
Motion to approve.
Motion made by Commissioner Cobb. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Boyle-Roloff. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Support of the minutes. Next item, informational sessions. Excuse me. 2 pieces of information. One, at our last meeting, there was a request to get some more information about the PEP test that's used in the police department. And I put under the heading of hard work and clean living. It just so happens that next week there will be a training session for that test, a 2.5-hour session. Lieutenant Booth has confirmed that that is applicable to new people that aren't familiar with the test in the past. So that information was sent out to all the commissioners. So if you can attend that, you might find that very useful. And if you can't, we'll figure out another way to get any questions answered that you might. Just do a quick straw poll here. I know that Warren can for at least part of the session. I can attend the session. Marion and Rashad, does that fit in your phone?
I'm going to have to taking a look now to see.
Okay, it's next Wednesday from 10 to 12:30. And this is a situation where the city pays a fee, or the police department pays a fee, and any number of people can attend. So even if you can attend part of it, it's not like you've wasted any of the city's money or anything like that. So I think that's available too for folks.
Yeah.
So
I can attend part of it, I think, if my early meeting gets done in time. And then I did see an email where they said they were going to record it, and it would be
yes.
available later too.
Yes, yeah, Jody said he would record it, and he confirmed with the instructor that they'll also take questions too. So if there are specific questions that we have, we'll be able to ask those. So thanks to the department for finding that and making that available to us.
And will that email or will that recording just be shared with us?
I think we'd be able to email the information.
Thank you so much.
And then I had the chance to attend the press conference of the combination of the Bellevue, Green Bay Fire Departments. And kudos to the city leaders for starting that process. But major thanks and credit to Chief Linden and his command staff and others in the organization that spent several months over these past several months making that happen. It was a very nice process. And as a commissioner, I think they did a great job in pulling that together and dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. And as a taxpayer, I think that's just the right direction to go. Fire departments in general, and both fire and police departments, do a good job of sharing services, but the combining of organizations, I think, is really a safety plus for the citizens, as well as more economical for the taxpayers in doing that. So Chief, credit to you and your group for making that happen. With that, I will turn it over to, let's start with Chief Smith.
Okay, good morning again. A quick update from us. We're getting to the end of the year, looking at our crime picture. Looks like overall crime is going to be down about 7%. I expect to finish the year at about 7%. Violent crime is up 3%. That's being driven by aggravated assaults. Specifically, these young folks that we talked about earlier, they've committed probably 70% of the shootings. shootings have more than doubled than they were last year. So that's what we're really focusing on with our violent crime task force. They've made some really good arrests. It's been very quiet lately. We had a single gunshot this past week. We got the casing. It looks like we kind of identified a couple people that might be involved, but we haven't been able to make an arrest on that yet. We're still working on it. As far as the property crime, that's down nicely, 9%, being driven by retail thefts decreased, burglaries decreased, auto thefts have decreased. Again, I'd like to take credit for that if I could, but I think, to be honest with you, it's the fact that everybody was home and locked up, including the crooks that were home and locked up, and we're now burglarizing or stealing cars and whatnot. So as far as filling our positions, you should have a couple more oral interviews this weekend. The next time you meet, I think it'll be later on this month. We have 2 really good candidates I think you're gonna like. We're looking to fill a couple of CSO spots, so they've opened up the application pool for that, or application process for those CSO spots. And then finally, we had a traffic collision over the weekend. I'm sure you'll hear more about it. It was a pretty serious collision involving one of our vehicles. The officer is okay. He's got minor injuries. The other individual that was involved is a woman, and she was hospitalized. We're going to go check on her again today. Serious enough to be hospitalized. I don't think it's a life-threatening injury right now, but that's a big concern for me, is the collision that we had, and you'll be hearing more about that down the road. Other than that, cops are all working hard, getting ready for the holiday season and all that business, and trying to do some stuff to prevent the holiday crimes that we typically see. With all the packages that are coming this year and all the online shopping, we've already seen an increase in that. And one quick anecdote, we're looking for a woman. We've identified her car. We just haven't caught her yet. We got her on at least 7 different thefts from porches. What she'll do is she'll take a package, steal it, and then she'll empty it out in her car, and then she'll drive around till she sees another package on a porch, takes the empty box out of her car, puts it on the porch, takes the full box, brings it back to her car, empties it out, and then goes around the neighborhood looking for that. And it did it 7 times that we got on video. So we're going to find her. We know who she is. As drugs are involved, I think. And but that's just one of the warning signs of what's to come for the holiday season. And everybody needs to be really cautious with their property. And that would wrap it up for me, sir.
Chief Smith, the vehicle, the person involved in the 7 porch thefts, is that something that is going to be going public, the video of that?
Our officers have it. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Maybe we can put that out, and if somebody sees this person, we can call, get it. I'll do that. I'll put it up on our Facebook site.
And my thinking there was just not only will it help potentially with this crime, but maybe potential other individuals who might be thinking that this is a good idea, a good way to go holiday shopping. Maybe they might begin to see that, if your license plate is caught on rings, and a lot of people have rings, you're going to be exposed in our community for doing that. And then my other question is less of a question and more of a thank you. Just with all of the rash of shootings going on, again, thank you for your transparency and helping people in the community to understand that the individuals involved in these recent rash of shootings are all, it's not random acts. I think that kind of helps to ease some fears. Those non-random acts could still result in someone being injured. Stray bullets. Good that you help the community to understand that this isn't individuals running around town trying to shoot random people, and it's some people involved in some pretty significant stuff, but it's between individuals who know each other over stuff. So thank you for that, and to help ease some of the concern.
Thanks, sir. And one thing to know, everybody says, well, if it's a group of people, it's got to be a gang. It's not a gang. It's nothing like the traditional gangs that we're used to in Los Angeles and Chicago and Milwaukee. It is nothing like that. This is a group of loosely associated individuals. They're not a gang. They don't have a name of a gang. They don't claim a territory. They're just groups of individuals is what it is.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Any other questions for Chief Smith? Chief Linden.
Good morning. Not a terrible amount to report. Battalion Chief Steve Sullen retired several weeks ago. And so on his last day, we had a walkout ceremony for him here at Station 1. And Battalion Chief Bob Wiegert will be retiring on Saturday the 19th. We'll repeat that ceremony for him as well. The 2 recently promoted battalion chiefs. One has been assigned to a shift, taking Steve Sellen's spot, and that was Eric Jeltema, and then Ray Futon will be taking Bob's spot. As soon as their working days right now, Ray's working days right now, or will be this coming week until buyers, but they are both doing fine. As you'll recall, we put them on several months ago in order for them to be able to not only work a shift and shadow all of the existing battalion chiefs, but then to also work days and see the day-to-day operations and all the things that have to occur in their office on a daily basis. So that's gone very, very well. They're doing really good. They're stepping into the roles and doing just fine. So we're excited about that. We're happy for them. And obviously you've already reported on the Bellevue merger, so that'll take place. We'll start their operation at midnight on December 31st. And at this point, the emergency medical services are still going to be run by County Rescue, which is the private ambulance. Though I will tell you that we are in discussions about moving that forward as well. And those are not discussions that I'll speak to in public, but we are having those discussions with them as well. So things are going well. Looking forward to the holidays, and we've got a few things on the agenda later today.
Very, very good. Any questions for Chief Linden? All right, thank you, Chief. Next regular business, we have the budget status report and budget spreadsheet. It number of audiograms for police candidates and no recruiting spending in the fire department. So are there any questions about any of this, about either the monthly report or the spreadsheet? And if not, I'll to receive those and place on file.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Cobb. Or Commissioner Wanasak, I'm sorry. Is there a second? Commissioner Boyle, roll off. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we have unanimous consent of the budget status report and spreadsheet. And the next item is possible action to approve monthly bills. It looks like all the bills were involved with police candidate psych evaluations. Any questions on any of those? If not, I'll entertain a motion to authorize payment.
Motion.
Moved by Commissioner Cobb. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Boyle. Roll off. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we have unanimous consent there. And Chief Smith, the only thing we have left are fire department staffing issues. So if you've got better things to do, you're free.
I'd love to listen to that, but I'm happy to sign off. Thank you.
Free to go and continue keeping the community safe.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Chief.
Bye, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
All right, the next item, as part of the consolidation between Green Bay and Bellevue, part of the agreement that was worked out between the communities is that the full-time Bellevue firefighters would become members of the Green Bay Metro Fire Department. And so our first point of business is to authorize hiring of those 9 individuals that were listed alphabetically in your packet. Because even though the city and the commission still has to bless any hiring, promotions, or transfers. So we need to bless that as part of our process. So I will entertain a motion to approve adding those 9 individuals to the Green Bay Metro Fire Department when that combination takes place on the 31st.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Wanasak. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Cobb. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Right, we have unanimous consent to authorize hiring of those 9 individuals. The next item is interviews with fire department candidates. Please take notice that pursuant to sections 19.85, paragraph 1, sub C and F Wisconsin statutes, the commission may convene in closed session for the purpose of interviewing, evaluating, and considering employment of firefighter candidates. Is there a motion to go into closed session? Moved by Commissioner Cobb. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Wanasak. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are in close. We'll report out.
Okay, we're all set.
Okay, thank you. We're back in open session. While in closed session, we interviewed 4 firefighter candidates. The commission determined that all 4 of those should continue in the hiring process. And I'll entertain a motion to that effect.
So moved.
Moved.
Moved by Commissioner Wanazek, seconded by Commissioner Roloff. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So we have unanimous consent to continue those 4 candidates in the hiring process for the Green Bay Metro Fire Department. That completes our agenda. The only additional item would be the scheduling of the next meeting. Since we know we will have police candidates to interview sometime in the month of December, and we'll have some additional firefighter candidates to interview later on in December, January. We won't set a date now, and we'll wait until both those groups are ready to interviews and then schedule them around that process. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by
Second.
Commissioner Roloff, seconded by Commissioner Wanazek. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
See
Thank you,
all
Chief.
before Christmas. Yep. All right.
All right,
Thank you, guys.
bye now.
Appreciate it.